Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Tina and I am your steampunk sorceress. Today I have readings for you with the Everyday Witch Tarot and the Everyday Witch Oracle. We also have some crystals to help you decide which which reading resonates with you. And I have some runes that may help you also, but they are also going to be part of the reading. So let's go ahead and turn the runes over. Oh, goodness. And by the way, the runes are on lapis lazuli. They're genuine stones. And, okay. All right. So for group number 1, we have this lovely howlite. And your rune is Iwaz. All right. Group number 2, you have this beautiful black obsidian. And your rune is Thurisaz. And then this, believe it or not, is the absolute palest rose quartz I've ever seen in my whole life. It's really difficult. You have to catch it in just a certain light to see the pink in it. But trust me, it's a rose quartz. It's just extremely, extremely pale. Okay, and for group number 4, you have this beautiful angelite. Oh, I'm sorry. Group 3, not only do you have the extremely pale rose quartz, but your rune is Yera. And group 4 with the angelite, your rune is Isa. All right, so let's go ahead and take a deep breath. And don't let this feel like it's anything difficult. Just go with the first thing that really catches your attention, whatever really strikes you, whatever you're really drawn to. If you choose more than one, that's fine. You can listen to all 4 of them if that makes you happy. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the readings. We're going to go with group 1 right now with the howlite and Iwaz. Where should we put Iwaz? Right there, maybe? All right. Let's see. Get started with your oracle card. Aren't these beautiful? Healing Waters. All right. I'm going to go ahead and read the oracle card right up for you first, and then we'll get into, because it's kind of, the energies always tie in. So let's see where this is going, and then we'll hit the tarot cards. All right, let me find Healing Waters. Sorry, it's taking a second. I gotta look it up. I love this deck, but for some reason, the way that there's no real correlation other than the name, the title on the card, the keywords. That's the only correlation to the book, and you have to like look it up. And there's no way of knowing what section it's in. You just have to find the title. So it takes me an extra second. I saw really bad reviews, people complaining about that on Amazon, but you know what? It's really not that deep. It takes you an extra 2 seconds to find it. Big deal. All right. Group 1, Healing Waters. Water has always been associated with healing. There are sacred springs, pools, and wells all over the world. It is traditional in many places to take a pilgrimage to these healing waters, often at the time of the summer solstice, but you can use water for healing work all year round, even if you have to create your own sacred site. Hint, if you have a bathtub, you're in luck. Salt and water are often used for cleansing during magical rituals, so if you don't have a body of water nearby, you can still take advantage of water's healing powers, or you can just stand outside when it's raining. We're witches. We know how to improvise. Well, I know not everyone watching this considers themselves a witch. I'm just telling you, it's easy to improvise. Water is water is water. So anyway, there's an action if you choose to follow it. It says take a healing bath or a shower if you don't have a tub. Put on some quiet music if you like, and add sea salt to the water of the tub, or use a salt scrub if you are in the shower. Be mindful of the element of water as you bathe, and visualize illness, pain, and sadness going down the drain. Let the water wash away your troubles like the rain washes dust off a car. Come out of your bath or shower feeling healed and renewed and reconnected with the power of water. Water is such a wonderful element. All right, now let's see what we have for your Three of Swords, the Star, and the Nine of Cups. Well, all right. We can't see all of that. Okay. We're going to have to just move these up here. All right, there we go. We can see that. Okay, so, all right, so you have the Three of Swords, the Star, and the Nine of Cups. And this actually shows a healing journey, a path of healing. I feel like the majority of you who chose group number 1 have gone through a healing. And because actually it shows a progression. Three of Swords is it's heartache. It's real pain, broken heart, disappointment, just extreme sadness. It can even be depression. For some of you, not all of you, for some of you, I get that it could have been clinical depression. Now the Star, believe it or not, here is working with the element of water. I told you the energies tie in. It never fails. The Star is always shown with water, and this is kind of showing energy in lots of colors, which I think is really cool, and I think it's a beautiful card. Other decks you will find the Star with 2 pictures of water, and the Star represents healing. It represents, like, I feel like some of you have wished on a star, literally. You've had a wish in your heart, you've asked the universe for it, and this is where the Nine of Cups comes in. You see how she's sitting here on the beach, totally at peace, totally serene, and all 9 cups are behind her. This is her wish being granted. The Star can sometimes mean that, but definitely showing like there was pain, there was some kind of mental or emotional anguish. There's been healing. There's been healing, there's been wishes made. You are somebody, whoever this reading is for, I can tell, those of you who drew this, who chose this group, you wanted better for yourself. You wanted the help. You did the work. You made the wish, and now it's coming true for you. You're getting your wish. You're getting the peace and contentment because you learned how to embody that energy, and therefore you've brought it in, you've manifested it. Oh, that's wonderful. And then if we look at, you can't see it very well because it's a natural stone, it's a natural crystal, so it's not flat. Okay, but this is Iwaz. And guess what? This can be about being protected, and the star can say that you're protected. Overcoming obstacles, about spiritual development. This can be about a rebirth. You know, maybe you reinvented yourself. But yeah, be very proud of yourself, because whoever you are, I feel like you've come a long way. You've pulled yourself out of the trenches and into the light. You've really come a long way. You've done a lot of good work, a lot of healing. And you should be proud. You should be proud of everything you've accomplished and who you are today. I have a very strong feeling that you're somebody worth knowing. Absolutely. Group 1, really good reading. And I say congratulations to you, and I do wish you the best of everything. All right. Let's see. Let's close this up. Yep, see, the healing waters. I mean, is that cool or what? She's right there on the beach, on the shore, with the water. All right, so we're going to go on to group 2. You had the black obsidian, and your rune is Thurisaz. All right, so we'll do the oracle card first. And you have transformation and change. Very nice, very nice. Let's go ahead and read that. Bear with me a second to find it. There we go. All right. There is no growth without change. But change can be scary. It means opening up to something new and different, and often involves taking a risk, something many of us aren't all that comfortable doing. But all of life is about transformation. We are born as babies, grow to be toddlers, then teens, until we transform into adults. Eventually, if we're lucky, we will continue to transform from young to old, from foolish into wise, from newbie into wise. Life is all about transforming ourselves, recreating who we are as we grow and learn, and move from who we once were into who we are going to be. You can fight it or you can embrace it, but transformation is going to happen. Isn't it better to willingly become a butterfly than to struggle to stay a chrysalis forever? Yeah. You don't want to stay in a chrysalis forever, because you're kind of like, you're like caterpillar soup. You're some kind of butterfly goo. Not really anything, sitting there in the chrysalis waiting to develop into who you're going to be next. Nah, I don't think that's a good place to stay. Here's an action should you choose to take it. Take some time to think about where you are in your life right now and where you want to end up. What transformations need to happen along the way for you to reach your goals? And what are you doing to encourage and support those transformations? What do you need to do differently? That's food for thought. All right, so your tarot cards. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Three of Cups. Is that, yeah, that's good. Okay. So, okay, the Eight of Swords can be, this is self-imposed restrictions. It's about having beliefs or thought process that falls under the I can't category. And we don't, those words are just, they're illegal. We don't use them here. This is getting in your own way. Because if you look closely, if you look at her, you can see that she's not really all that bound up. I mean, I don't know, it doesn't even look like that's tied in a knot or anything, just wrapped around her arms and her hands. She could easily just use one of the swords, you know, run the ribbon up against the sword and cut herself free and remove the blindfold. And there's plenty of room for her to walk in between the swords. It's not like she's really caged in. And she can just grab her hat and her broom and fly away. So this is something that, this is like making things harder than they have to be. This is complicating something that isn't complicated. It's getting in your own way, period. So this is a caution. It's a warning not to do that. Don't do that. Don't get in your own way. Don't get stuck in the rut of, I can't do this. I don't have enough. I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. I don't have enough money. Just whatever, anything negative and restricting, something that's going to hold you back or get in your way or prevent you from progressing and getting what you want in life. This is a reminder, don't go there. Because first of all, it's not true. It's pretty much the lies we tell ourselves or the lies we choose to believe when other people tell them. So don't go there, okay? This is a warning, don't go there. The Page of Cups is, this is some good news. I feel like there is an emotionally fulfilling offer coming in for you. Some kind of message or news. I think there's a job offer for somebody out there. It may not be for everyone who chose group 2, but it does feel like some kind of an offer. It could even be a gift, because here you have the Three of Cups, and this is a celebration. This is friends getting together and celebrating, toasting you. It's like you and your besties going out to celebrate because something wonderful finally happened for you, because you got out of your own way and you let it happen. Nice. All right, so now we're going to look at Thurisaz. Now, Thurisaz can represent protection, and it can also be a warning, which we had here. We had a warning, so that kind of ties in. It's also about good luck, which you have here. So I really feel like you are protected at this time, and you have some good luck coming in, something worth celebrating with your besties. And looking at the Three of Cups, just on a personal note, I got a couple of besties I wouldn't mind having a nice celebration with. All right, let's go ahead and close this one up. Yeah. This is a good thing. You've got changes coming on. Don't get in your own way. Don't tell yourself any lies, and don't believe lies other people tell you. Just use your own discernment. You know the truth. You know what's what, okay? And just remember that. Because what you want wants you too. I just heard that. What you want wants you too. And you're going to be celebrating because something is happening for you. You've got some good luck coming in. All right. I guess we'll put that there. Okay, on to group 3 with the extremely pale rose quartz. Like extremely pale rose quartz. You have to hold it just a certain way in a certain light to see any hint of pink in it. But it's there. It's there. Okay, and then you have Yara. So we will move Yara for now. And let's get into, this says give love. Let's see what we have in here for the give love card. There we are. Okay. It's a wonderful thing to be loved. We all want to feel love in our lives. That feeling of warmth and comfort that comes from the knowledge that someone out there is sending love in our direction. But don't forget that love is a street that goes in 2 directions. As much as you need and want to be loved, others need and want it too. Love is remarkable. The more you give, the more you have to give. If you allow your heart to be filled with love for others, whether that love is romantic or familial, the affection between friends, the love you feel for a beloved animal companion, or even the love for whoever you worship, whatever your belief system is. Most people will say God because there's a lot of religious beliefs that God is supreme, and I will not argue that. That sense of warmth and joy will overflow like a river. You can give love to those you don't even know. Send unconditional love out to the homeless man you pass on the street or the woman who smiles at you in the store. You don't have to say or do anything necessarily. Just open your heart and send love out. Of course, if you're giving love to those you know, you can say it out loud, write it on a card, or just express it with a hug or a kind word. Sometimes you will get love back, sometimes you won't. But that doesn't mean it isn't worth doing. Yeah, excellent. Very good, very good. Yeah, that one didn't have a specific separate action step like the others did. Pretty much it was giving you the actions, and they're worth doing. Trust me. You always feel better when you're in a space where you're feeling love, giving it to others. Love is one of those things that multiplies exponentially. Literally, like it said, the more you give, the more you have to give. And honestly, you'll be surprised at how much you receive. You really will get a lot back in return. All right, so let's see what we've got here. Okay. We have the Tower with this sassy looking witch. She looks very pleased with herself. And then we have the Hierophant. And then we have the 8 of Cups. Okay. So the Tower, a lot of people are afraid of the Tower. The Tower is a good thing. Even if it looks and feels terrible sometimes when it happens, it is always for the best. It is always for your highest good and your highest healing. And trust me, I've been through some Tower times in my life that were absolute hell. Trust me, it was bad. But you know what? I learned a lot from it. And here we are here with the Hierophant. Hierophant is a teacher, among other things. In this deck particularly is portrayed as a teacher. But I really feel like this is about learning and using that knowledge to your benefit to rebuild something better for yourself. We also have the Eight of Cups. She's walking away because she's not satisfied with these 8 cups. They're not doing anything for her, not anything that makes her happy. She's off looking for that 9th cup. Like group 1 got the 9 of Cups. It's the progression. This card goes to this card. So this is what you're looking for. When you're walking away from here, you're headed in that direction. And that's a good thing. And it can be very empowering and very freeing. Just when you do something like this, when you're walking away from something that doesn't make you happy, isn't fulfilling you, can even be as much as toxic or harmful to you. But when you have the strength and the courage, the fortitude to just walk away from it and follow your bliss, go for your 9th cup, find that wish fulfillment, find what it is that lights you up, that fires up your insides and makes your life meaningful. When you do that, it's an amazing feeling. Now, this witch I was mentioning on this Tower card, she's looking pretty satisfied with herself, and you can see her wand is activated. She brought that tower down. She did that herself. She didn't wait for it to come down. She saw that it needed to come down, and she took it down. And I really feel like this all ties in together. Sometimes when you walk away from something, you may inadvertently bring the tower down for someone else. And whether they realize it or not, it's something that needed to happen for them. The thing is, whether they do anything with it or not is up to them. And it's not that you did it intentionally. Like I said, inadvertently. You're looking out for yourself, doing what's right for you. And in the process, you could possibly cause a tower situation for someone else. And it's okay. It's okay, because it happens. Sometimes that's how it happens. Sometimes we are the instruments for other people as much as other people can be instruments for us. I think you learned a lot from the situation and determined that you'd had enough. It was time. It needed to end. So in walking away, you brought the tower down. Now you can rebuild. Now you can rebuild. It's something that's going to be very satisfying for you emotionally. I just heard you taught someone a lesson when you walked away. You're walking away, taught someone a lesson. That may not be for everyone who chose group 3. That may be for just a few of you, but I did hear those words. Maybe someone taught you a lesson. There may be some of you out there where it's that way around. Someone taught you a lesson. You learned the lesson, and now it's time to move on to something better. Very nice. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at your rune. All right. Yera. Yera is about harvest, a reward, creativity, bringing in desired events. I feel abundance with this, and that plays in with the give love. Because honestly, when you're in a place of love, your manifestation powers are greatly increased. You can manifest so much more easily when your heart space is nothing but love. When it's nothing but love, you manifest like crazy. You may be receiving your reward. You may be able to, harvest something that you've put effort into. Something is coming to fruition for you. You're going to find that ninth cup. It may have to do with something that is a creative interest, creative endeavor, maybe your gifts, skills, or abilities. Yeah, I really feel like things are going to be going your way now. All right, group 3. Excellent. Let's move on to group 4 now. Group 4, you chose the Angelite, and you have Isa for your rune. All right, so like the others, we're going to do your oracle card first. Affirmation for positive change. Check it. She's like a pirate. I love it. Okay, let's look this up. Give me just a moment to pull this up in the book. There we go. All right. Affirmation for positive change. Change can be scary, and sometimes we resist making changes because we are afraid we will make things worse instead of better. The best way to get past this fear is to direct your energy toward making sure any shifts are positive. Ask the power of water to move you in the right direction and put out your intention into the world as clearly and decisively as you can. We're getting a lot about water today. Group 1 and Group 4 both have water going on here. Now here's an action should you choose to take it. It says, it seems like a simple thing, but doing one small act each day toward whatever positive changes you wish to achieve will eventually move you closer to your goal. If every day you pull a few weeds, eventually you will have a neater garden. Need to have more money? Start by saving the change from your pockets and putting it into a jar every day. Want more love in your life? Put a little bit out into the universe every day, even if it seems as though you aren't getting anything back. Want to run a 5K? Start by walking around the block. Every act that moves you forward, no matter how small, not only gets you closer to your goal, but reinforces your message to the universe that this is what you really want. Very nice, very nice. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we have. You have the High Priestess, the Ace of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. Is that in frame? No, it is not. All right, we'll go here. Okay, so High Priestess, she knows who she is. She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's capable of. And she follows her intuition unyieldingly. So if you haven't been following your intuition, you need to. This is a reminder. The Ace of Swords, if you had a question before you came into this reading, it is a yes. Yeah, it's a big fat yes. Now, this can be a victory after a really rough time. that sometimes can be referred to as a hard-won victory. It's also about living your truth, standing your truth, speaking your truth. And you may be called to use your intuition and to stand in your truth. Live it, speak it. Don't let yourself fall into any lack and limitation mentality. And understand, if you feel like if you're starting something, okay, all right, here's the thing. Don't call any attention to any of your weaknesses. Just don't do it. It won't serve you. Okay? The high priestess would never do that. Even if she feels unsure about something, she never lets anyone see her sweat. Yeah, this would be counterintuitive to this. Be confident. You know what you're capable of. You know what your gifts, skills, and abilities are. You know what you're capable of. You know what you're made of. You know who you are. You're a person of integrity. You live in your truth. You speak your truth. You stand in your truth. And you're not afraid to ask for help if you need it. That's another thing. If you need help, it's always there. There is always help. Don't ever be afraid to ask for help. But also don't call attention to any of your weaknesses. Nobody needs to know until if you're feeling a little shaky about something, a new endeavor you're starting out with, nobody needs to see you sweat. Maintain your confidence. Just keep on keeping on. Know that there's always help should you need it. Don't let and other people, I'm also hearing to tell you that if you have people around you that are stuck in a lack and limitation mentality, the naysayers in your life, don't listen to them. And when you're about to embark on an endeavor, going on a new journey, so to speak, whether it's literal or figurative, don't tell them what you're doing, just do it. Because they're going to be the ones to sit there and say, oh, no, you can't. Because sometimes people, no matter how much they care about us, can be jealous if we're making progress and doing something that they've been too afraid to. If they don't have the guts to move into something they really want to do, and they feel stuck in a job or stuck in a relationship because they're looking at the finances and they're afraid that they can't go out on their own or whatever. That's not somebody you ever want to listen to. They can't properly advise you because they haven't even gotten their lives together. So, all right, so don't listen to the naysayers. Ask for help whenever you need it. It's always going to be there. There will always be help should you need it. You just have to ask. And don't call attention to your weaknesses. Never let them see you sweat. And then positive change will flow easily. Nice. All right. We're going to go ahead and look at your rune. And you have Isa. Isa literally translates to ice. It has to do with kind of maintaining the status quo. Like kind of being at a standstill. You may feel like you have obstacles You may feel a little resistant to some of the changes, but that's where the affirmation for positive change comes in. Make sure everything you do is in a positive manner. I think you're going to get clarity on the situation. And I do feel like you're protected. You may need to maintain the status quo while the changes are happening, or just until the changes start happening. But don't worry about that. There comes a point where maintaining the status quo is not helpful. So only do it as long as it's helpful. And when those changes start coming in, it's better to roll with them. But I think it's all going to be clear to you. You're going to figure all of this out here very shortly. So I wish you the best, Group 4. As always, I thank each and every one of you for coming and hanging out with me and listening to my readings. I hope something in there resonated for you. I don't expect everything to. These are general readings. If something resonated, wonderful. I mean, it could be a whole reading. It could just be part of a reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Above all, enjoy this. It's intended to help. It's also intended to be something for you to enjoy, to help make gloomy days brighter and just keep things on an upbeat and doing what I can to spread the love and get it out there to as many people as possible. If any of you would like to have a private personal reading with me, my email address is in the description box. I will have timestamps also posted, so you don't have to listen to all 4 readings. You can jump in to whichever one you prefer. And again, I thank you so much for being here. The support to my channel means everything. If you enjoyed my readings, if you enjoy my channel and my content, if you haven't already, please do like and hit the subscribe to the channel. And tell your friends, anybody you know who might like my channel, please let them know. The more the merrier. And I just would really love to see my channel kind of blow up, All right. Thanks for everything, guys. I love you all, and I will see you in the next video. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye for now.